And welcome back to the stage contest look. In this video we'll be focusing on our eyes, and we're gonna have so much fun doing that. For this contest look we're going to be doing a very bold smoky eye look. We're gonna add depth and definition and just make it look like our eyes are open really wide the entire time, so we can get that sparkle, that natural sparkle, I should say. For the smoky eye look, we're going to be concentrating on grays and black colors with a pop of white in the inner corner. The goal is to enhance our natural features while also making sure our eyes don't disappear under that stage lights. Without further ado, I'm gonna grab my little doohickey over there and we'll get started. Okay. So first we're going to start with our eyebrows. We want our eyebrows to be looking somewhat natural. They do frame the face, and so we want them natural but defined. If your brows already have good fullness and are super thick, you may not need a brow pencil for that full definition look. You can just run a gel through it just to make sure that they stay in place and don't look too awkward. That's what I typically do. The idea is to enhance and not overpower, so make sure that you're really taking your time and constantly blending and spooling it out. As you can see, I'm marking a few points on my brows before filling them in. This is just to map out the shape. The first mark is where the brow should start, lining up with the side of my nose. The second mark is at the highest point or my arch, and the last mark is at the tail end, angled from the side of my nose to the outermost corner of my eye. I also measure with the end of my eye just to make sure. By placing these points, it keeps my brows balanced and helps me avoid uneven shapes. Once they're marked, I connect the dots for a natural polished look. From there, I fill them in using light, hair-like strokes, focusing on any sparse areas. Blending with a brush softens the lines, giving a fuller, more defined look without being too bold. Alrighty, now that we're done our brows, they're filled in, they're defined, they're looking beautiful and thick. We're gonna move on to our eyeshadow. I start off by using a eye primer. If you don't want to use an eye primer, that's fine. If you want to use an eye primer but don't want to spend the money for it, you can use concealer on your eye and then put a little bit of powder on it, and that can be your primer. It really depends on what you want to do. We're here to help you every step of the way. I'm gonna do it so it dries while I'm talking to you about the eyeshadow. We are moving on to eyeshadow now that our primer is dry. I like to use the e.l.f. You can kind of see that. There we go. The e.l.f. Everyday Smoky palette. I use it every time I wear makeup. You can obviously tell that it is very well loved. I need to get a new one soon, actually. That's besides the point. If you have a different palette that you're wanting to get, as long as it sticks with those natural grays and dark browns along with the white, feel free. It's whatever is up to you. There's plenty of suggestions in our product recommendation list on the website as well. I'm going to get started and you're not gonna hear my voice. So there we go. Haha. These big weird white stickers that I'm putting on are called fallout protection stickers. These are completely optional, but they can help any eyeshadow that falls from your brush during application, keeping your cheeks nice and clean. They also create a sharp, clean edge for eyeshadow, which gives a more polished look. However, if you're new to using them, like myself, they can just be a helpful tool for catching that fallout from your brush. As a first step, I apply a neutral color all over my lid, bringing it all the way up to my brow bone. This creates a smooth base and helps the other shades blend more easily. If your palette doesn't have a color like this, don't worry about it. You can totally skip it and it won't impact the overall look too much. I like using this step because it also evens out any discoloration on my eyelids, giving me a blank canvas to work with. Next, I'm using a mid-tone shade. In this case, it's going to be a dark gray color. I apply it all over my lid, bringing it slightly above my crease. Since I have hooded eyes, I like to bring it up a touch more to make them really look like they're open. This technique ensures that the color is visible even when my eyes are open wide. If you don't have hooded eyes, you can totally keep the shade closer to your crease for a more defined look. I make sure to apply it evenly, building up the color gradually for a smooth, blended effect. Then I take the darkest color, a black, and apply it to the outer corner of my lid, blending it into the crease. This adds depth and helps create that smoky effect. I focus on the outer V shape of my eye, which adds dimension and lifts the eye shape. Building the darkest shade slowly helps control the intensity, making it easier to blend. This layering technique also gives more control over how dramatic or subtle you want the smoky effect to be. Once everything is applied, I blend the shadows together using circular motions to soften any harsh lines. Blending is key to achieving a seamless professional look. I take my time with this step, ensuring the colors transition smoothly into each other. After blending, I check the overall look to make sure both eyes are even, and if needed, I go back in with a little bit more mid-tone or the darkest shade to balance everything out. Now I add a bright white or a light shimmer into the inner corner of my eye and bring it down to my lower lash line. This brightens up the eyes and adds a nice contrast to the darker shades. This step is great for making the eyes appear larger and more awake. Using a shimmer adds a touch of light reflection, which looks beautiful under stage lights or in photos. If you prefer a more subtle look, you can use a matte light shade instead. Finally, I do one last check, blending everything once more to ensure it's all cohesive. I touch up wherever needed, whether it's adding more depth to the outer corner or brightening the inner corner just a touch more. This final check is essential to make sure everything comes together seamlessly. Once I'm satisfied with the look, I carefully remove the fallout protection stickers, and that's it. A perfect blended smoky eye that's ready for the stage. Okay. So now that we've moved from the eyeshadow, our eyeshadow is done, we can move on to mascara, eyeliner, and all of that stuff. I use a mixture of both pen or liquid and pencil. I use pencil on my under eye, and I use liquid on my top eye just to give that nice crisp line, that definitive line on the top, and just to kind of blend and smudge on the bottom, making that eye seem a little bit more open. You'll see what I mean in a second here. So I'm gonna get started. When applying eyeliner, I like to start in the middle of my eye. Starting here helps me control the thickness of the line and keeps the inner corner from looking too heavy. I work my way outward, gradually building up the line as I go, and when I reach the outer corner, I create a wing by following the natural angle of my lower lash line. I keep the wing lifted to help open up my eyes, and once I have the shape I want, I can go back in and carefully line the inner corner of my eye, connecting it smoothly to the rest of the liner. If liquid liner feels tricky or you're not comfortable with it, please don't worry, pencil eyeliner works just as well. Liquid liner does give a sharper, more dramatic look, but pencils are great for a softer finish. It's all about what you feel most confident using, so please feel free to stick to a pencil if it's easier for you. You can always practice with liquid liner over time. Next, I take a pencil eyeliner and align the outer corner of my lower lash line and waterline, extending it to the middle of my eye. This adds definition without closing off the eyes. I then smudge it up slightly to blend it into the upper line, creating a cohesive, seamless look. Smudging softens any harsh lines, giving a more polished finish. This technique ties the top and the bottom lines together for a more balanced, smoky effect. There we go. It doesn't take very long, especially when you have practice. However, if you are finding it difficult, I definitely recommend you practice it a little bit. And even if with practice you're still finding it difficult, a few members from the beauty squad are willing to help you, myself included. Okay, so we have our eyeliner on. We have our eyeshadow on, we have our brows done. Next, we're going to be doing our mascara. So if you are a sorceress and can put on falsies, please by all means wear falsies if you want. If you have lash extensions, run a brush through them and call them good. However, if you are inept like I am and continually poke yourself in the eyeballs, you can just wear a couple coats of mascara. Thick and volumizing is what we're looking for. I curl mine typically first. I lost my curler recently, so you won't see me do that today. But curl them, put mascara on, put a brush through them, put another layer on, brush them again, and then put another layer on. You don't need anything extra. We just want our lashes to be visible from the audience to make sure that when we're blinking you can see how sultry we are. I'm kidding. We want our lashes visible from the audience without weighing them down, so just pick whatever is best for you. I'm gonna be doing my lashes. When applying mascara, I like to start at the root of my lashes and wiggle the wand as I work my way towards the ends. For a bold, noticeable lash on stage, I apply multiple coats, building out the volume gradually. In between coats, I sometimes use a brush to separate the lashes, preventing clumping and giving them definition. This makes each lash stand out, ensuring they're visible under the stage lights for a dramatic, defined look. We have it. Your brows are shaped, your shadow is blended, your lashes are looking luxurious, and all of them work perfectly and seamlessly together. My eyes even look open now without even really trying. Obviously you want to check how everything looks. So feel free to stand back in the mirror and give it a quick peek. If you're unsure of anything, please come find any member of your beauty squad, and we are happy to help you in any way, shape, or form that we can. Thank you for watching.